Alright, hello fun and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the AnotherOne Laser RCW Reborn mod, which is being made by user Glorious Warrior. And what this, well, glorious little piece of work is looking to add into the game is the Laser RCW from Fallout New Vegas, and I love this thing. Frankly, the Laser RCW is one of my favorite weapons ever added into this franchise, so having it back here in the game through mods is a wonderful, wonderful thing. So let's jump on over here and have a look at what we do get with the Laser RCW, which in its most standard basic configuration will deal 17 damage with a fusion cell, with a firing rate of 109, range of 730, accuracy of 75, and a weight of 8.5. And all in all, this thing is simply beautiful. Very nice on the modeling and texturing on this thing. Lots of great details. I do love, we got like the little WesTech thing back there, various like warning symbols all over the place. It is a very good looking, and of course, well, looks the part for Laser RCW, and frankly looks a heck of a lot better than the one we had in New Vegas, which, I mean, makes sense, far better engine and all. And to top it all off, this thing has a ton of modifications. Now, nothing too crazy or wacky, but a lot of good stuff in here to help make this gun usable into the mid and late game, which is always nice to see. And as a nice little, difference of pace from what we have had recently, a lot of sight options, and I love it. Now, as for how you do get your hands on one of these lovely pieces of work, well, it's pretty simple. You got two ways. First and foremost, it is added into the leveled loot list, and you'll find it on a variety of different enemies, as well as in vendors. Now, there is sort of a odd thing with the base download, where it adds it into a lot of raiders, and the mod maker has added an optional download, so if you do want it not to spawn on just tons of raiders, and instead more of things like gunners, then you can go ahead and get that. Personally, I downloaded that one, and I think it fits a lot better. Now, besides just the level lootless integration, there is also one of these in the world, and you'll find it over in the glowing sea at the Sentinel site. And if you head on inside there, all the way down to the bottom, you'll find a nuke on a forklift, and this thing sitting on the ground next to it. So pretty darn easy to get your hands on one, either out in the world. I mean, glowing sea does take a little bit to get to, but you'll also of course have the option with the level lootless integration. Good times. So let's have a look at what we do get with modifications here, starting with the receiver category, which is not typical of receiver categories, as it's really more of the ammo capacity. We've got the standard Mark 1, a Mark 2, which increases the ammo with the drum magazine there, and then a Mark 3 that increases that even more. Doesn't affect anything with the weight, damage, or well, it does affect the weight, but beyond that, nothing with the damage, firing rate, anything like that. But, you know, quite nice to have that cool drum magazine there. Now, next in the barrel category, we've got the standard barrel, a barrel with a wooden grip, and then an improved barrel, which is very sci-fi looking, and of course will increase the rate of fire, which is pretty fun. Now, then we have the grip category, where we've got a poly, an RCW, a rubber, the standard, and a wooden grip. Just really nice there for helping, you know, mess with the aesthetics of the gun. Very fun. Now then in the sights category, by default we've got none, because there actually is a separate iron sights category too, but this is where you got all the scopes. And we've got, well, just as you can see, a large list. I'm not going to go through all of them because, I mean, come on, look at them all. It's magnificent. More or less anything you could want in here, it probably has. Now, then we have a damage modifier category, which can take it up from 0, the standard baseline, all the way to positive 80 or plus 80, and will require for that rank 4 in science. I'm a little sad that it doesn't have other requirements here. You guys know my opinion on these things. Use it if you like, but I'd like for there at least to be some requirement to it besides just a perk. Now, then in materials, we've only got two options here, either the standard worn out or a factory clean version, which is pretty darn good looking. And then after materials, we've got that iron sight category I mentioned, where we've got a standard, a glow sight, or no rear sight at all. And then finally, we've got the stock category, where we've got the standard short stock, an RCW advanced stock, a comfort stock, a folding stock, full stock, modern stock, which kind of seems a little out of place to me, my personal opinion there, a skeleton stock, and a straight stock, and then finally, the wire stock. So a lot of good options in here for whatever you are looking to get out of things, and they've got a variety of different, things that mess around with the gun, like increased VAT chance, or, better cone of fire, etc. So a lot of good options in there for not only changing the aesthetics, but also the usability of the gun. Very cool. And that's it for the modifications, so let's go see this thing in action and start taking some shots with our standard version here. And fire. And there we go. A very nice gun to shoot. No recoil to speak of, but boy, look at that cone of fire on that thing. It does go quite a bit all over the place. But, nice and controllable, very easy to use. A perfect, wonderful energy weapon. A very nice addition, in my opinion, into the game. Because, again, I love the Laser RCW. It's just magnificent. So let's take a look at some of my modified ones I went with here. We got this Laser RCW here, and another one here. Went for the more modern look on that particular one. And let's actually go with let's see, let's go with this one first. Sure, why not? Max I was able to get damage-wise on these is that 30. And again, that really is just with that damage modifier there. There really isn't anything else mod-wise that will help increase that. And so the rest of your additional damage you're going to be pulling from whatever perks you have. Now again, as usual, I'm just without any perks, so that is the base level that you can get this thing with that damage modifier. And yeah, let's take a look at this one. A lovely sight on it, and yeah, fire's the same, but of course we have a crapload more ammunition in this one. This is the Mark II here, so we got 50 rounds in this thing, whereas we had on the base gun just 25. And if we go to the other weapon I made, which has the Mark III, that gives us all the way up to 70 freaking 5 on this. And with that more modern front, I'm forgetting the name of that thing on the front. Oh, what was that? The improved barrel. There we go. This thing fires super quick, and you will chew through that ammunition, but, come on. It's glorious. It is absolutely glorious. So let's take a look at this thing in action and spawn ourselves a Death Claw. Let's see there, just kind of go up a couple, perfect, and run away! I might be able to kill him without cheesing him, just considering the rate of fire on this thing, but it is still fairly low damage. We've got a lot of ammunition and some pretty alright damage, but yeah, still 30 on that is not the greatest, plus my god-awful aim most of the time. Oh, come on, die. Come on, die. He's not going to die. Back upstairs. So yeah, I do wish there was some ways to up the damage on this thing a bit more. I think that would be pretty great. Again, with perks, you certainly would be able to, like having the commando perk and whatnot. And there we go. He is turned to dust. Magnificent. But yeah, and overall, it's still a very fun, usable weapon, perfect for any energy build that, you're wanting to just kind of go haywire into all of your enemies, which is pretty darn great. So, yeah, really all there is to talk about with this gun. It is a fun, wonderful little thing, and I absolutely do adore having the Laser RCW back in the game. So if you'd like to check this one out for yourself, which I would certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description, as per usual. But that, my friends, is it for this one. Hopefully you have enjoyed. You do come back for the next one. Until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.